Hey, this is Adam with Theros Media, and today we're looking at Energy Savers. They're a HVAC company in the Columbus, Eastern Georgia, Western Alabama area. I think they're based out of Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. But we're looking at their advertising they're doing. Yeah, they're based out of Georgia, actually, Columbus, Georgia. So we're looking at the advertising they're doing, and today we're looking at ductless advertisers. So they're advertising for a ductless heating cooling system. That's one of the more expensive ductless keywords you can advertise for, and their ad doesn't really match the advertising they're doing. So first thing we'd recommend is keyword pruning. Going through your AdWords data, making sure or figuring out which search terms converted and which ones didn't, and taking the ones that didn't out of your advertising is extremely important. For a contractor of ours in September, they bid on $2,500 worth of ads at Google Ads and got $89,000 back in revenue because of keyword pruning. So if you're not getting those type of results, so you should be getting from your AdWords account, let's say you're bidding on primarily estimates, probably should be making anywhere between 10 to 15 times what you're spending on your Google Ads in your business and revenue. So this one was 38 times what they spent, $2,500, got $89,000 back in ads just because of keyword pruning. Keyword pruning is taking out the search terms that don't convert from your keywords and leaving the ones that do in. Now, the term they're bidding on is ductless heating and cooling systems. Their ad doesn't really speak to that, but I think their landing page right here matches their ad. Actually, it doesn't really match their ad at all. They're talking about getting in their headline, 9.99 financing for 120 months, zero contact service call. So the ad doesn't really match itself, because they would get financing for that many months, usually for installation. I used to sell these. So I think if this is still 2021, we're looking at this. In 2021, I think I had over $2 million in sales for ductless. I think it was closer to $2.5 million in sales for ductless. And 9.99, I know a company they were using to get that. Usually you're going to use Mycroft, and that is for installations usually. So they are talking about service calls, and their ad doesn't really match what they're advertising for, and their landing pages doesn't really match what their ad anyway. So it's kind of disjointed what they're doing here, but they are using a landing page, so that's good. Just make sure the landing pages matches what you're actually advertising for, and then your ad actually matches the keyword you're advertising on. So your keyword dictates what people are actually looking for from your business. So ductless heating cooling system is the estimate keyword. They're looking for something ductless related. This doesn't really match that. Their advertising doesn't really match that either. So those would be the biggest takeaways we can give them to double their conversions. Literally overnight, they can change their ads today and change the landing page today to double their conversions. This doesn't speak to ductless at all. This doesn't really talk about anything, to be honest. I mean, this doesn't really talk about much. If you're selling carrier systems and you're running carrier ads, this would be a good carrier landing page, because you can advertise for that branded keyword in your area, but this doesn't really match what you're doing. Anyway, you do have the Facebook pixel installed, so you are tracking people on the page, which is good. You can run a remarketing campaign later. One thing I do like when I looked at their actual website, if you see on the bottom left side of my screen, it'll pop up. This is what you can use, any type of tool like social proof, drift, all those type of things, to show people who've been to your landing page and scheduled an estimate with you. So that's one way you can do that, to make sure to show people that you're not just going to sell. I mean, you actually have customers. It's actually a good way to do that. For landing pages who are well optimized, we install things like that We get into the high level stuff. For most contractors, they just need a landing page that matches their advertising to match the keyword. You don't really need to do all that type of stuff for high conversions, but to boost conversions higher, you install stuff like social proof, etc., to help people know that they can actually trust you to do what you say you're going to do on your landing page. Your Facebook page is updated pretty frequently, which is good. You're not advertising on Facebook, so the only thing we recommend to advertise on Facebook would be to run a remarketing campaign that people are coming to or seeing from Google Ads, if you understand what I mean. So the way the whole thing works is you have running a ductless keyword. Ductless keyword shows a ductless ad. Ductless ad shows a ductless landing page. And then from the landing page, they go wherever they're going on the internet. Facebook can go all over. And they're remarketed or retargeted a ductless air conditioning ad on Facebook. So that helps you lower your overall cost per conversion, because the ad clicks on Facebook and it's highly targeted traffic. It's people who've seen your ads from Google. So a lot of contractors don't like Facebook because they say it's quote unquote trash. It's just they're not targeting the right people. You can target almost anybody on Facebook. Anybody's there. Everybody's on Facebook. If they're on Instagram, Facebook has a bunch of different advertising platforms. They can advertise all over the place. So Facebook is just, it's not really Facebook anymore. It's everything. So you remarket to people. Usually, if you're using Facebook, it's going to cost you a lot less than it is for Google to remarket. So that's one way you can drive down the cost per conversions overall, is advertise on Facebook to the same traffic that you saw that was seen on Google. And if you want to get advantage, you can even, after you have a decent amount of traffic, let's say over the month, you have 500 people show up on your landing page from Google. You can create a lookalike audience from those people on Google. If you see what I'm getting at, lookalike audience, people who look like the audience that came to your page on Google, since Google has the highest quality traffic. The people who closely match them on Facebook, you can advertise to only them. So you can get pretty creative with it. It's just you have to know not what you're doing, but you have to get creative. So the biggest takeaways would be: have your ad match the keyword, have your landing page match the ad. Remarketing would be the biggest takeaways we get for you. Kudos to you for actually having a landing page. I'd say 92% of contractors don't actually use the landing page. They either go to their home page or one of their service pages. So having a landing page is a huge bonus. You probably just see conversions just because people are here. They have to give you a call, all that type of stuff. But your conversion rate can be a ton higher if it's congruent with your advertising. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully you make more money. And we'll talk to you soon.